Hello, and thank you for joining us today. Our topic for today's webinar is evaluating your board and its leadership. I try to avoid business cliches, but there's one here that's just too relevant to pass up. You can't improve what you can't measure. Boards are an important and increasingly a critical functional part of running companies, but the regular evaluation and benchmarking has become such a part of proper human resources and executive pay setting today is still uncommon for boards of directors. In most of the world's boardrooms, evaluation is still not a common practice. Even fewer evaluate their individual members, and fewer still do either of these well. So let's discuss a simple, effective process for launching your board evaluation, getting it right, and covering all of the bases. A good rule of thumb is to evaluate boards, their function, committees, and directors at least annually. Now that's a best practice, but an assessment of the board should also be done at critical inflection points in the company's life cycle, during major strategic, ownership, or leadership changes. Mergers or other structural changes are an important time. Restructurings or turnarounds, making a general clean sweep of things. Leadership change, particularly the chief executive. Other significant changes in structure, and also times of litigation or a major crises that might be coming up. All of these are important things, all are important times to jump in and make an evaluation. Business processes, including board evaluation, all start properly before you actually begin them, and that applies to evaluation as well. Lay out a process from the beginning before you start on what are the key goals, the key tasks of your board as viewed by the board itself. Who is going to lead the evaluation, conduct and compile and interpret the evaluation? Is this something that you want to do internally? Go outside for consulting assistance, and we'll talk about that in a few minutes. Putting together a proper schedule for the evaluation and a timeline is crucial. Evaluation is something that boards tend to put off. Laying out a proper timeline enforces discipline on when you're going to evaluate and what you're going to do about it. How will the evaluation outcomes be used? Is it part of pay setting? Is it part of looking at the overall structure of the board? Who's going to be leaving? Who's going to be staying on? Then, after you've done your evaluation, evaluate the evaluation itself. How well did it work? What did you learn that needs to be done better? What can you put in the process for next year? And specific elements that you want to evaluate. Look at these. Did you get the right things? Are you measuring the right items? Board evaluation.